Good morning and welcome to your business segment of the Bumper Breakfast Show. My name still remains Abiola Ismail, your regular host. Today we shall be looking at building and infrastructural collapse. In Nigeria today, we all believe that if anything happens to any structure or whatever, the blame goes to the engineers. We don't want to know whether the structural engineer, civil engineer, whichever, if anything happens, either the bridge got collapsed or the building got collapsed, whatever, is the engineer. But why all these blames? Now, I have in the studio today to look at this issue critically. We are in 2025. We want to see how we can reduce the number of collapsed buildings. And by my right, I have Engineer Faith Okoni. Is this chairman, Nigerian Institution of Civil Engineer, here with us in the studio. Good morning, madam.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And by my left, I have my very good friend, Engineer Ibe. I used to call him Engineer Ibe. He was the past chairman of Lagos chapter of N.I.C.E. N.I.C.E. as Nigerian Institution of Civil Engineer. Good morning, Engineer Ibe.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Engineer Okoli, as the chairman, let's first of all look at building and infrastructural collapse. What exactly are we trying to bring out from these?
Building an infrastructural collapse, we're trying to bring out or mitigate against failure. Because what we're creating the awareness for now is the failure that we're experiencing, and that's what is causing our collapses. So we want to do awareness on as much as possible how we can reduce these failures that has been a menace. It's like every other day we're expecting a collapse. It's unconscious in our subconscious mind. It's like we're expecting a collapse. Is there nothing we can do to give us that rest of mind?
Yeah.
So this is what we're out for. We want to talk about. How can we reduce this? What are the things we can put in place? And as an institution, we want to join hands with the government to see how we can reduce this to the barest minimum. We know we cannot avoid it totally, but it can be reduced.
Now,
it's not something we're expecting of.
Engineer Ibe, when you look at what Engineer Peter just said, the fear, that urge, I hope there won't be any collapse today, I hope there won't be any collapse tomorrow and all that. And it's not only in Lagos or in Calabar or in Oyo, wherever, it is everywhere. What should be done? What do you think we should do to ensure that we guide against this?
Thank you very much for that question. The reality on ground is that if we don't follow due process in our various projects, there are pitfalls that will develop. There is no two ways about it. This country, just like in every other country, we have codes that should be followed in the production of any project. There are extant laws. Nigeria is very good in having laws, I can tell you for free. These laws are there. But oftentimes you find that a lot of people prioritize cost over safety. That is the reason why we're having this challenge. That is why we are insisting that we should do more of advocacy to ensure our people understand the realities of doing the wrong things by using the wrong materials, using the wrong professionals, and giving your projects to those who do not have the requisite qualification and skill set to deliver on those projects. When you do that, we start having this problem we are facing. And the aim of what we are pushing for in this work that we are talking about is to ensure that it's part of the arm of advocacy. Let the people know what to do and how it should be done, and the laws that are in place and why they should follow it, not just for their own safety, but the safety of the entire community at large. That is the focus of all our advocacy, which is why we are here today, sir.
Yeah. Let's look at it. He talked about process, talked about patent laws and all that. Are we saying that our people are not following it to the letter, or we are just believing that the laws are there, but let's do what we want to do? And let's put in mind the quacks, who are also members of society. What can we do?
Yeah, so that's why advocates, they say if you don't teach them, you don't blame them. So, and that is education. So we keep talking about it. There are the laws there, but I can shock you to say that a lot of people don't even know that we have such laws. So until you come out and say you have this on ground, people might not know. And that's the reason why this work is also very essential. So as we go out, we are meeting the market woman. We are telling her, because you know, a building collapse is not just about one person, and infrastructure collapse is not going to affect one person. It's talking about many lives. When the road has potholes and there's an accident, it's only one person that might die. You might have a lot of other people dying. So we want to educate that market woman. When you have your money, don't give it to Babari C and be saying, hey, is your friend Babari Debu and can help you to do it. Look for a professional that can advise, because the know-how is important. And when you know what you know, you will deliver. What you don't know, you cannot give. There's no two ways about it. So that is the advocacy. We are going, there is a law. Follow it this way. This is the process. If you don't know, this is who you can ask questions from. That is why the advocacy is there. So we're going out to meet them. Tell the, we will try and speak in languages people can hear. We will translate it in Yoruba, we will speak. We will have people among that will speak it. If we find a community that have Igbo, I'm an Igbo girl, we will speak Igbo. Just what we need, we want people to know. We will keep educating, because as the more information is going out, we believe changes will come, and we begin to take responsibility, because we also need to take responsibility.
Now, you mentioned something here that, okay, don't give your job to somebody that you believe because of friendship or because of relative, and you know this person is not a professional. But in that case, when a professional comes with quotation of millions of naira and you see somebody with just a little bit lesser, what can you do in this area?
Yes, we say it might or it may be higher. But sir, if you have a building collapse, you are paying more.
More, yes.
It will be more expensive.
Yeah.
So there's room for negotiation. The fact the person have given you that, it doesn't mean everything. You can negotiate. So as long as you negotiate and get to where you can work with, fine. But don't say because it's expensive. Like we're also talking, because this advocacy is not going to stop here. We're going more to the manufacturers. We have the iron people. We have the block. Last time we had a meeting with some of the block people. They say it's expensive. We say make it. If everybody knows that this is the cost of doing something, will we buy it? But when we have those mixtures, that's when you give people option. You're giving option. But if we know this is what it has to be, we will look for the money and buy it. And I believe with time, with all the government policies and everything, things will begin to change. Yeah. Because when we take responsibility and do the right thing, we will get the right results.
Now, Engineer Ibe, Shaban said the quacks, yes, they are among us in society, but have we ever tried any of them in the competent law court to see that, okay, this man is a quack? He has never been a member of N.I.C.E or a structural engineer or civil engineer or whichever. But have we ever tried one? And what is the partnership we are trying to make with the government or with the task force to ensure that we bring this quack down?
Yeah, in the area of bringing quacks to book, I know for sure that there is a lot that has been done on that. I'll give you an example. During the collapse, in the synagogue collapse, there was the engineers involved. Current took the necessary action, and I don't know whether that was publicized adequately, but I know for sure it is being done. And we are always collaborating with the relevant enforcement agencies, even within government, to ensure that we not only identify these quacks, but also ensure they stop functioning. We have something they call there is an arm of N.I.C.E, an arm of current that liaises with the government to ensure that they can visit sites and they can also point out those quacks, especially those ones who we know clearly that they don't have the requisite qualification, even those coming from outside the country as expatriates. We ensure that when we identify them, the needful is done. So I can tell you for sure that is being done. But we are not saying that what is being done is enough. The advocacy we are pushing forward is not just for the public, it's also for government to ensure that, please, we know these laws are there, please enforce them. if it's good on paper and it's not being enforced, then we are not getting the requisite benefit. And I can assure you that government is listening. In fact, Lagos State government has instituted a CAP program to ensure that it extends its tentacles, not just from, because the regulatory bodies like LABSCA, they don't have enough manpower. They have the capacity, they have the competence, but they don't have enough manpower. So they are collaborating with professionals, actually recruiting them in a program they call CAP to ensure that, okay, now you are now our representative. If we have just 400 LABSCA engineers and we have over 5,000 registered engineers in Lagos State, look at the multiplier effect when those engineers are recruited, either totally or in part, in collaboration with N.I.C.E and other relevant bodies. That will amplify their ability. And I say kudos to Lagos State government for doing that. It's in progress now. They are already registering. And I'm sure within the next 12 to 24 months, we will see a positive impact in that direction.
That's a very good point. Chairman, when you look at Nigeria, the artisan, we are ready to work. But our people believe in going out, like, let's go to Benin Republic, let's go to this and bring all these people because we believe that they can do it more. In this area, do you have anything working on to ensure that let's use our local people, let's believe in them instead of giving our job out there?
Yeah, there's a program Lagos State is also running, I think LSTF or something, okay, to help train these artisans. Okay. So we will employ our artisans to also give themselves room to learn and get better. Because really, just we are talking about failures. Now, you don't want to give the work to someone that doesn't know what to do, because that is part of your failure. So we encourage them to join these programs. They are there to learn and get better. And once you're good, you will get a job. You will definitely get. Well, why do we prefer those people? We feel they deliver better. So we are encouraging them to go join these programs and get better. Once you're better.
On the CAP that you mentioned,
yeah,
can you just elaborate more and give us what we should be expecting from government and N.I.C.E in this area? We have engineers, we have the orders that have been signed, the executive order 0507, and okay, let's use our people. Is it working?
Yes, it's working because now it's a larger platform coming. Yeah. So we are encouraged to come. So everybody's coming into it because we need everybody at the look and cranny. Of course, we have the engineers in the look and cranny of the state. So where the LABSCA manpower it's not able to get there, we have an engineer there. So we own ourselves the responsibilities to watch what is happening around and report. Like that. For instance, I had one that happened around my area. I saw them setting up a block and it wasn't what it should be. So I stopped. I just came down from the car and I screamed on the guy. So everybody was like, I was her own. But I had to register myself there again, but I had to go back the next day. The other guy said he knew that the way I did it, that he sure I was coming back, and I came back. I went back and back until they affected the change that I expected to be, and there was no engineer at site. But that's even the challenge. There was no engineer at site. So the guy was just doing what he knows. I told him, I said, I know you did this because you've been doing it. You feel it works. But do you see the remedy? And right in front of him, people shaded. So if that thing falls, definitely. So this is what we're saying. So they need to be trained. They need training. We keep learning to get better every day.
But we understand that government says if we are erecting a building of more than 2 floors, that's supposed to be a signboard telling us the engineer, the people working there, and all that. You couldn't find it there.
It's not there.
That's what we are saying.
A lot of us are not complying.
Now, we are talking about this work now. Where are we starting? Where are we heading?
Yeah, we're starting our work from Lagos State Fire Service, Alausa.
Okay.
The governor's has. So we're taking the work through the Secretariat Awolowo Road to Allen Junction, through to Allen Avenue, then through Computer Village and back. So that's the
and we believe that we can get more people to join, so that from there we will know that
it. We'll share flyers. We tell everybody to tell everybody to tell everybody to take responsibility, so that we'll have a better infrastructure.
Your last word before we go on this work, and what do you think we should be expecting?
Well, my last word is that the work is for everybody. It is meant to bring the ills of building collapse to the greater public, And let me add, it's not just in Lagos State,
Yeah.
it is holding in all
the
36 states of the Federation.
Yeah.
And we believe with this particular level of awareness, would bring everybody a step closer to say, look, this is a problem we must solve. If we want that future we want for ourselves and our children, it's something that only will happen if this work succeeds, if the Enlightenment campaign sinks in the minds of all stakeholders. And I believe, I'm very optimistic that we will achieve this.
Thank God. Now, you've heard it all from the chairman and also from the past chairman. And we believe that if we, all of us, if we can join hands together with N.I.C.E, Lagos State, and in all other states, we can reduce the level of building collapse in our society. I want to leave you with Stanley Polikau for the sports segment. As I take my leave, I'll see you next week. Thank you for joining us. Still remain with MITV. My name is Abiola Ismail. See you then.